from the bottom. Blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. Whip big body. Block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of prize. That's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way. You ain't built that way. I been more in pain. Way to broad day. Really short fuse. Had a long day. Body like wow. Like. Wait. You know I'm an east side. Big TD, step a whole rep. That. Top dog since top ramen now. Steak and lobster with a shrimp. Big. Put a ribbon on it, get you gift. Rap. Bet that. Real never switch that. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that way. Still that way. Still broad day. Live that way. Drill that way. Came a long way. Real long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A huge play there right off the bat. 67 yards.
No wasting any time here before hitting on a big play. And that was something this defense talked about having to guard against. Not giving up big plays in the passing game. But here's one on the opening drive of the contest.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go, here we go. Get that first down, fella. No, keep it up, keep down. Ready.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Eagle defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And that is incomplete here. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Richardson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check match, pass the 60, pass the 60. Ready?
Running straight ahead, Taylor. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready? Check, hurt.
His pass left side to Downs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Colts at 8-1 on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down and 6. Off the option, here's Taylor. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough time...
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Silver.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 3. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. You look at this Colt defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles, is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's...
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That one finds Pierce right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's second down and 7. Richardson looking to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here we go.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Richardson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal now.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, because he hasn't missed all year long. Congrats on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. Shifts past him at the 45. And we'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready, set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They go play action with Richardson. Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to get on the same page.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. In motion left goes Smith. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On 1st down, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And Richardson back to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a first down. But isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Off the option, here's Taylor. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Richardson. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On the draw is Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's Richardson. Incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it.
Go, Reed, go. Check smash, check smash.
On 3rd down, Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On the option to give to Taylor here. And room there to work it inside the 25. 72 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Flush to his right. Now a short one to Gesicki. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Unlock line! Unlock line! Cougar 19!
They'll run here with Taylor. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Here's Taylor again, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd down, Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Samson Abuka in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only controlling the initial contact, they actually utilize what they call the stream the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off play action, Richardson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On the option to give to Swift here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And a bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws. Right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he works free. And he's taken down inside the 30. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea.
There he goes left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
An extra point by Gay is up and good. Lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Second down, here's Hurts. That is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for the first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once again, it's Swift. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down and 4. Swift going to try up the middle. He's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too.